guys, this is my first guide on Noras for the Wicked. I'll be showing you guys this tank reflect build. But yeah, so I am running a faith and strength build. So for the weapon, I am using Climber's Pick. This is a one-handed hammer, and this is probably the best one-handed hammer I could find. For the enchants, I have charge attack damage increase. So this is also the only one-handed hammer that has a nice charge attack combo. So it's probably the best you can find. I do have gain 4% health on charge attack. So in all of my builds, I like to run a sustain build. So I like to have a very good survivability aspect. So gain 4% health on charge attack. I always have that on all my weapons. And then I have stamina recovery, and then I'm also running a zero focus / low focus build. So I want to have drain focus on all my negative enchants on all my armor, and that will complement the rest of the enchants. Yeah, that's my weapon. Then I also have max health. For the shield, I have deal fire damage on block, 15% damage on block, and then I have healing, damage taken, and as well as poise defense. For the helm, again I have the max health. I have max health infusion on all my armor and weapon as well, and that keeps me on the 700 HP because why not? Yeah, for the helm, I do have fire damage increase, and this actually increases this the fire damage on block. I tested it, it does work. And then I have healing increased by 30% at low focus. So that's why I have the drain focus in combat negative enchantment. It keeps it up all the time. And then I have stamina, and then damage taken decreased by 20% at low focus again. At low focus, so I want to have as much as decreased focus as possible. And yeah, also for the armor, all my armors do have healing and stamina recovery, and that helps with the negative effect of these rings. So for the armor, I have deal 15% damage on damage taken. That actually doesn't stack with the block damage, so it would only work if you're not blocking, but it's good to have. And again, stamina, and then I have damage taken decreased by 50% for 10 seconds after being afflicted by a status. So if you see my resistance, so I'm at 60% for the armor and then 40% for my resistance. When I'm blocking with the shield, not only does it give me armor, it also gives me resistance. So when I'm guarding, all of this percentage will go to the maximum percentage. I believe it's 85% or 75%, I'm not too sure. So when I'm blocking, it'll bring it back or bring it up to the capacity. So with this one, the 50%, for example, if I'm frozen and I don't have any stamina to block, it'll proc, and that'll basically do the same thing like I'm guarding. It'll increase all my resistance to the maximum. So it's good to have. Not a must-have, but it's good to have. And then for the Greaves, healing, stamina, damage taken, your bread and butter. That's usually the standard of all armors. And then for the gauntlets, I do have physical damage increased by 15%. So that helps with my charge attack. It actually doesn't increase the 15% damage on block or the 15% damage on taken. it doesn't do anything to it. For some reason it doesn't increase it. I feel like it should, but it doesn't. Then healing, stamina, damage taken. For the rings, so I do have Snake Ring. This is a must-have. You do damage when you take block damage, and then you lose 6 stamina on block. And then I do have Thistle Ring. So this actually doesn't stack with the Snake Ring. Damage taken when blocking is different from damage taken directly from the enemy. So they don't stack, but it's good to have, or it's nice to have. So it'll work only if you're not blocking, but it's still good. And then my last ring, I do have Battle Cry Ring. So this, you can probably take this out. I only have this just to cast my my poise stance. So right now I'm at 33. When I'm blocking, it'll add 10, so it'll bump me to 43. The maximum is 50, so I just have the poise stance just to bump it up to the max, and that should give me 50. And that's why I have the Battle Cry Ring, because I am running a 0 focus, low focus build. I just want to cast my poise whenever I want, and so this one you can change this. It's up to you. But yeah, so I do have stamina recovery in all of them, because these 2 rings, every time you get hit blocking or not blocking, it'll drain your stamina, and the stamina recovery does help bring it back up to max. In terms of playstyle, so you're really just gonna be walking or running around to the enemy and just charge attack. You can also block, that'll also damage them, but your main DPS is this. And it's okay if you're getting hit, you'll tank it and you'll get HP back every time you hit them back. And then for my attributes, so I have 52 health to get me to 730 HP, which is probably overkill, but a tank is a tank, so why not? For the strength, I have 26, and then faith 26 just to get my shield requirement and then boost my weapon damage. For the equip load, I just have 23 just to get me on that 100% weight class. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. I'll be posting the boss battle later on the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you.